Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on the Joinery Hour. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much indeed for joining us. So, as we always start off with, if you wouldn't mind, please introducing yourself and the company, a bit of background about yourself, where you've come from, where you've been, where you are now, and a bit of insight into the company, please.
No problem. Yes. So my name's Andy Hearn. I'm marketing manager for Elmbridge UK. I am new to Elmbridge and the coatings and joinery industry in general. I've been at Elmbridge since April this year. Lots of experience of marketing in manufacturing industries over 20 years or so. And yeah, my previous experience was working in insurance software. So a complete change to Elmbridge, but learning a lot, So but still not up to speed on the technical questions. So be kind to me with those, Luke. So but yeah, I'm enjoying it very much so far. So yeah, it's been a really good probably nearly 6 months now. But just introducing Elmbridge, they are that complete packaging finishing provider for manufacturers of wood and metal. One of the key themes that we have that I've kind of run with from a marketing point of view is that we're that single source for all your coatings needs. We cover the coatings, the paints, spray equipment, consumables, PPE, whatever you need, come to Elmbridge, and we've got that covered. We've got that flexible service, next day delivery, technical support on the road and in the office as well. We have our head office in Gloucester. We have a branch up in Glasgow, and we've just opened up a new facility in Swanley in Kent that is going to go evolving into a new branch as well, and that's kind of expanding our coverage in kind of the southeast area, which is in demand as well. So.
Excellent. So, I mean, I must have been walking around with my eyes shut in the industry, because until we got involved with Craig from Remmers and they become an affiliate, it was shortly after that I became aware of Elmbridge. And then after speaking with you guys and other people and learning the sort of scale of the business, let's say, I must have, hence I say I've been walking around with my eyes shut. So just tell us a little bit more. I know you've sort of given an overview of paint coverings, etc., but what sort of thing are you supplying other than paint, and what manufacturers sort of do you deal with?
Yeah. I mean, I could be here, all day going into all the detail of the comprehensive range that we do. So I'll just kind of do the top level stuff. But we have that complete package covering external, internal, water and solvents based coatings. The brands we do, we've got an excellent choice for our customers. Obviously, as Craig's here, I'll mention Remmers first. As one of our brands, we've got Sayalac, Adler, Ankerstoy, Rubio. So we cover a massive range. We also have our own brand in there as well. I mean, one of the areas that stands out for me from a kind of newbie to the industry is kind of the special effects, liquid metal, concrete effects that we can do, and that kind of thing that you can do with wooden paintings and coatings and things. You get the pure metal polished look to the rusted finishings, and I think they look really amazing when they're done properly. We've got in-house capabilities for tinting, color matching, almost any color. You bring through your special codes, or bring post us a scan, and then we do color matching, personalized quality checking, just to make sure it's exactly to requirements. So seeing that in action as well, from my point of view, was pretty impressive. We've got a whole range of spray equipment. We have similar array of brands from the spray guns, spray pumps, larger scale spray booths as well, tracking equipment. We've got Wagner, Graco, DeVille Bliss, again specialising in giving our customers great choice. They're not tied to the one brand, and they've got choice of products and the right equipment for their application. So and on the end of that, we've got surface finishing products with Mercer brand, and we do a whole range of consumables and PPE coveralls, all that kind of thing. So a whole array that we do, and if you kind of need it, we'll have a look and see if if there's demand for it and we don't stock it, we'll have a look at it, I think.
Sure, massive range. So if you haven't given Elmbridge a look, give them a look. So you are Absolutely. A relatively new affiliate to the Joinery Network. We have already and very proactive, and you've been sort of jumped in with 2 feet. So we've already got an open day booked in partnership with the Joinery Network on the 10th of October.
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit what that will entail, please.
Yeah, we're actually really excited to be hosting, I should say, our first open day. It's going to be held at our head office in Gloucester. I mean, we're excited that we've got, I think, 12 affiliate partners and some of our own partners already kind of booked to attend to kind of support the event. It's going to be a combination of informative presentations, some interactive demonstrations, tour of the facility, some of the looking at the colour matching and the spray booths, that kind of thing. And there'll be kind of like a marketplace area for the affiliates to be available to talk to the people throughout the day. So from a demonstration point of view, we're looking at a paint and spray equipment demos. We've got a couple of expert paint technicians within the business, demonstrating those best application processes for what you're doing. We're looking at applying the primer and top coat demos on windows and doors. The demo will take place in our kind of large spray booth that we've got on site. So there'll be, again, we'll look at that later on in terms of having a tour of that and how that looks. And also there'll be, it's designed to be an interactive kind of demonstration. So there'll be opportunity to ask questions throughout, as well as for a few who want to have a go themselves at the actual spraying process. So that I think a really interesting part of the day. And then our spray equipment workshop is right next door to our spray booth. So that similarly, it'll be about looking at the spray guns, spray equipment we've got, and looking at the right pieces of equipment for your application process. So it's giving advice on what you're doing and how we can help supply the right products for you, really, with that advice along the way. It's all about showing our expertise and support that we have available on site and on the road that can help people. And we'll have a tour of the facility where we've got quite a large spray booth there with the spraying rooms, the flasher areas, drying room, the overhead tracking as well. So have a good look at those and what it takes maybe to build one of those, as well as kind of the end-to-end of that color mixing process, from when you get in, a bit of paper to scan to try and get a color match, to mixing it, and the quality control to make sure it's the right thing. So I think there's, along with all the networking opportunities that they'll be there with the other joiners as well as the partners, I think it'd be kind of a really good day to kind of get the industry together.
Excellent. Well, I was going to ask you, why should a joinery manufacturer give up their time to visit on the 10th of October? I think you've pretty much covered that.
Yeah, I've got it's about the insights, really. They'll get the right techniques, the processes. They'll find out about the applications, and finding out how they can be more efficient with how they do their spraying. From saving them time, using less material, increasing their efficiency, and that's all going to save them money. So I think it's those kind of insights from our experts that will that make it a worthwhile day, really. And I said, along with all the presentations and the networking, and they get to come to rural Gloucestershire. So what else could you need, really?
Oh, absolutely. It sounds like it'll be an amazing day, and I think, from my point of view, obviously I'm not no paint expert, but talking to the likes of Craig at Remmers and Steve Technus and other people, joinery manufacturers that have learnt the hard way, let's say, there's an awful lot of wastage that can happen if you're not doing things quite right. And there's yes, you maybe still come out with a great finish, but doing it right and efficiently saves you a lot of time and money. And that's
Absolutely.
what they want to be learning, is how to be the most efficient version of their business to move forward and let's be honest, make as much money as they can. So
exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's just being told, you can do this in 1 or 2 coats rather than 3 or 4 coats if you do it in the right way, and then suddenly they're kind of halving the amount of materials they use. So they get those tips from our guys. Yeah.
Sure. So just very quickly, what do you think cuts Elmbridge apart about the sort of level of service? Why should people come to Elmbridge and engage with you as a supplier?
Yeah. In addition to kind of the comprehensive kind of range we've got, we do pride ourselves on that customer service element. We've got the knowledge of our team. We've got guys on the road available to visit you on site. We have that technical support on the end of the phone. The paint technicians that are working, we can kind of be patched through to them to give advice kind of in real time as well. We offer that next day delivery, order by 2 and you get it next day as well. And with the demos, we offer those, try before you buy demos from the paint perspective as well as the equipment perspective as well. So we can do that on site or in our warehouse. From a spray equipment perspective, our service engineers, they'll assemble everything to make sure it all works before it's sent to the customer, which I don't think everybody does. So we're always going that extra mile in terms of service and technical support and knowledge, I think, to along with that flexible delivery. It's kind of that complete package. It's kind of why we're kind of pushing that single source message is, you've got everything you need to come to Elmbridge. So
excellent. And last but not least, spray booths, which again is a minefield for me, but what is a sort of give an idea of the smallest footprint of a spray booth that can be installed, and a rough sort of, and the requirements for that, and a rough cost, and then the same on the largest, because obviously there's everything in between. But a lot of joinery companies that I go into are small businesses, and if you talk to them about a proper spray booth, oh well, we haven't got room for that, and I believe that 9 times out of 10 they're probably incorrect. So just give us a bit of an insight on that.
Yeah, I mean, the smallest one we do is like a 2 meter by 1 meter like open fronted booth with a kind of 1 meter deep canopy delivery, and that comes into the range of 4,500, including build and delivery, as well as kind of the manufacturing. When we were at the materials and finishes show, we had a 3 by 3 meter kind of booth on there as well, so that obviously a bit more expensive, and it is all down to kind of the space you have, because we do offer that bespoke solution. You tell us kind of the space you've got available, how big or small it is, and we can kind of provide a solution to that, and then we help with that from doing the initial drawings on an Excel spreadsheet to massive design drawings, liaising with electricians and things like that to completely project manage it from end to end. And we've done about 50 spray booth projects in the last 3 years of all different sizes. And the largest ones, they do have like multiple spray booths. They have these what do they call them? Flash out rooms, I think they're called, as well as the drying rooms and the overhead tracking as well, and the fume extraction. And these bigger ones that take up kind of a quarter of somebody's warehouse, they can be 100,000, 250,000 pounds. But they're there for large volume projects. But no matter how big or small, we can look after the design of those and get them installed. And once everything's agreed in terms of that buyer journey, installation, once it's all ready, can take about 3 to 4 weeks. So putting it in and constructing it in your kind of area you've got reserved is a relatively quick process once you're in there. But it's something that you want. You then we can handle the whole thing for you. And there's, I think, no space is too small really. If you could get a starting point for if you've got a bit of space, and then you progress to bigger things once you kind of find how great they are, I guess.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting you to say the smallest is like 4.5 grand. I was expecting bigger numbers than that. So it shows that there is something out there for everyone. Well, thank you very much. It's been lovely to sort of meet you over the last few days.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's great. It's great to meet more people in the industry and get to know more about what everybody does. So looking forward to meeting more members.
Absolutely. Well, you'll do exactly that on the 10th of October at Elmbridge.
Absolutely,
so We'll look forward to it. We'll go back to the floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.